Tanner Allen and Elijah MacNamee went deep as the Diamond Dogs came back strong for a 14-3 win to open the 2019 season in the new Polk-Dement Stadium. The season and stadium are new, but a bit of old attitude came in handy as the 2019 Diamond Dogs found themselves in something of a 2018 situation mindset too, according to Tanner Allen. The attitude in the dugout was the same of last year, Mississippi State's first baseman said. When we get down, go back to work and find a way to win the ballgame. The Bulldogs did. Trailing 3-0 in middle of the sixth inning, on opening day of both this campaign and Polk-Dement Stadium, they found a way. A 3-run sixth with the second and third scores coming on Allen's homer evened the board with Youngstown State. An 11-run eighth allowed everyone, except the visiting Penguins, to celebrate the start of this new Bulldog baseball era. Amazing, said LHP Ethan Small. It was everything we dreamed about. Well, maybe the Bulldogs didn't dream of getting down that far on debut day. This added to the pressures on coach Chris Lemonis in his own opener at Mississippi State. But his team took control late, and completely the new skipper could relax a little. It's been a lot, Lemonis said. Getting the stadium going, my first game, the kids' first game, a lot of mental things. The kids did a great job fighting through that. The visiting Penguins put up a fine fight of their own, seeming to feed off energy unlike anything any of them experience in the Horizon League. Starting pitcher Colin Clark had a 5-inning shutout going with only a first-inning scratch single, and 2 runners in the Bulldog fifth on a walk and errant grounder. The left-hander was also in line for a win as he returned for the 6th inning. State southpaw Smollett have been in a winning position himself. Whether it was the situation or just his new for 2019 status as lead dog in the rotation, the junior came out smoking. Pitching in front of that crowd was amazing, he said. Striking out 11 of the 19 Penguins faced was amazing as well. Early on it was just beating them with the fastball, staying away for the most part and going in late. And as the game went on, throwing more changeups. All that stood between Small and a decision was the 4th time around. With 1 out and a Penguin on first base, one of those fastballs was cranked out of the yard by Trevor Wiersma for a 2-0 lead. Small did hold it there after the 5th, which he ended with 2 more strikeouts before pitching coach Scott Foxhall ended the starter's day. It was a pitch count, Lemonis said. I thought he was really good, especially early. I think he was a little excited and kind of ran out of gas a little. But he commanded the fastball and he's got a little Inviso fastball where he throws it by hitters. Youngstown State padded their lead in the 6th off RHP Peyton Plumlee as a ground ball scored Cameron Murray from third base. Plumlee stranded the other runner and threw a scoreless 7th as well. Meanwhile, Bulldog batters were stinging shots directly to gloves. The first couple innings it felt like every ball we hit hard right to somebody, Allen said. For a little bit we weren't giving Ethan much of a break. In their 6th, Bulldog batters made their own breaks at the expense of Clark, left on the mound 1 turn too long. Facing the top of Mississippi State's order a 3rd time was his undoing. CF Jake Mangum led off with a double down the left line and with 1 out stood on third base. SS Jordan Westberg punched a sharp grounder over the third base bag to end the shutout with his own double. Clark stayed in to face Allen, who had flown out twice already. This ball was hit in the air as well, but a lot higher and farther. I was finally able to get a ball up in the zone and get a good swing on it and tie the game, Allen said. I felt I hit that ball really good. I had an idea it would go out. We needed that one big one from Tanner, Lemonis said. I thought that was the play of the game. With the score still tied and the top of YSU's order up, RHP Cole Gordon was given the ball. He retired the side on 13 pitches and sat down expecting to come back in the 9th. Gordon wasn't needed as he watched 11 runners score in the bottom of that frame. Righty Kip DeShields held the tie into the MSU 8th, but walked LF Rowdy Jordan and was lifted for Dalton Erich. Westberg singled for 2-on, before Allen's high chopper was fielded by the pitcher. It was going to tie the tally regardless, but Erich made things worse by trying for an out at second base. His throw was late, leaving all safe and no outs. RF Elijah MacNamee made Erich pay with a drive clearing left of center for a 3-run homer and 7-3 margin. And State was just getting good and going, too. By the time this frame ended, there were 16 Bulldog at-bats with 9 hits and 2 walks, abetted by 1 official error and a couple more miscues. Westberg got his second hit of the inning and 4th of the game, with Allen driving in another run on his double. If the offense took a while to show on the scoreboard, Lemonies saw the signs all along. It was one of those days we kept shaking our heads like, alright, it's gonna happen, one's gonna fall. It and the Starkville sky fell on Erich for the most part, with 7 of the runs charged his way. But it was DeShields taking the loss on 1.2 turns in relief of Clark. Gordon, 1-0, got the decision, though of course the day belonged to Small on 5.0 innings with 3 hits, the 2 runs, and no walks against his career high in Ks. He and Foxhall gave the 9th to new dog righty Colby White, who gave up a leadoff single before fanning the next 3 Penguins. I thought that inning Cole pitched was really good, and we were going to run him back out there, but the game got expanded, Lemonies said. Maybe the best inning for me was Colby White. Allen finished with 4 RBI and 3 runs for State, while Westberg was 4 of 5 and scored 3 times as well, with a pair of runs driven in. 9 dogs in all hit safely, while Youngstown State ended up with 5 total hits. 2 were by Wiersma, as were all their RBI. Lemonies had told his team to take it all in during the national anthem, because it was really cool to stand out there. And just the whole day. Fortunately, Small was hot to start with, and the bats heated up in time to make the day a success for almost all the crowd of 8,503 to celebrate another piece of program history. Allen certainly will remember. It was a moment I'll never forget, hitting a home run on opening day at Duty Noble. Especially the new Duty. But a dog didn't have to go yard to cherish this day. It's exactly what you dream about, opening day at the new dude, said Westberg. Our fans showed up and showed out. Saturday brings more added events to the debut weekend. The Ron Polk Ring of Honor will be officially inaugurated at 11:30 a.m., before Game 1 of a revised schedule starting at noon. Game 2 is 45 minutes after the first concludes.